Van Gisbergen goes to the top, 128.6.
We're going back to our pit box here. P1 so far.
Yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen, you had to go out early, you had to wait a while, but a total team effort, but you really got the job done on the racetrack.
Yeah, I think we finally got all things right. Qualifying's been a weakness. My lap was pretty good, and then, coming in was good. Pit stop guys were insane, so really good for them, and, thanks to WeatherTech.
He was barely staying out of last place. Now he just beat everyone to pole. Not long ago, people were wondering if he even belonged on oval tracks, but today, he left them all behind. Shane Van Gisbergen isn't just catching up, he's stepping into the spotlight. At North Wilkesboro, something big just happened. SVG took the pole for the All-Star Open with an amazing lap. He drove smooth, his pit stop was super fast, and his team went wild when they saw the time. This isn't just any race, it's SVG's first time starting first on a NASCAR oval track. That shows he's learning quickly, and other drivers better watch out. "Yeah, I think we finally got all the things right," said Van Gisbergen after getting the top spot with his quick time of 88.685 seconds. "Qualifying has been a weakness. My lap was pretty good. Coming in was good. Pit stop guys were insane, so really good for them." The All-Star qualifying was different than normal races. Drivers did one fast lap, then had to do a pit stop for new tires, and their total time decided who starts where. SVG did an awesome job with his driving and his pit road entry, and his crew changed his tires super fast. You could see the Trackhouse Racing team celebrating wildly in the pit box as soon as they saw their time flash on the screen. After weeks of disappointment, this moment of triumph had the whole crew jumping for joy. This big win comes when SVG really needed it. He's been having a tough rookie season, sitting way down in 35th place in the Cup Series points. He's been struggling on oval tracks, and his best oval start before this was only 17th at Talladega. That makes this pole position huge for the number 88 Chevrolet driver. Just a few weeks ago, some racing experts were questioning if SVG could ever adapt to oval racing. Well, he just answered that question with an exclamation point. "I've never started at the front for an oval, so I don't know what to do there," SVG honestly said. "I'll have to learn the rules and see how we go." That honest answer shows why fans like SVG so much. Even though he won 48 pole positions in his Australian Supercars career, he's like a new student when it comes to NASCAR ovals. Fans love how honest he is about learning something new. It's like a world-class piano player trying to learn the drums from scratch. Totally different skills, but the same musical talent underneath. SVG's raw racing ability is beyond question, but mastering the specific techniques of oval racing has been his biggest challenge. Carson Hocevar will start next to SVG on Sunday, with Noah Gragson, Michael McDowell, and Ryan Preece also in the top 5. The rules make this race extra important. Only the top 2 finishers get to move on to the main All-Star race, plus one more driver who wins the fan vote. SVG is in the top 5 of the fan vote, but now he has a good chance to race his way in. Starting from pole gives him a huge advantage at North Wilkesboro, where track position is critical and passing can be difficult. What makes this story even cooler is that SVG isn't the only New Zealand driver making news this weekend. His fellow New Zealander Scott McLaughlin was the fastest driver on Fast Friday at the Indianapolis 500 practice with a super fast lap of 233.954 miles per hour. 2 drivers from the same small country are making big waves in American racing on the same weekend. Is this the start of a Kiwi takeover of American motorsports? The racing world is definitely taking notice. SVG's rise in NASCAR is a big deal for the sport worldwide. After his surprise win in his very first NASCAR race at Chicago in 2023, the first driver to win their first start since 1963. SVG has been working hard to show he belongs in America's top racing series. That Chicago win wasn't just luck. It showed his incredible talent for adapting quickly to new challenges. The road hasn't been easy. Most new NASCAR drivers have a lot to learn, but SVG's jump from Australian road racing to NASCAR's mostly oval schedule has been really tough. Being 35th in points shows he's still figuring things out. The hardest part has been learning how to handle the unique aerodynamics of racing in traffic on ovals, something completely different from what he experienced in Supercars. Trackhouse Racing owner Justin Marks took a big risk bringing SVG to NASCAR full-time after his first win in the Project 91 program for international drivers. This pole position is the first big success on ovals, where SVG has had the most trouble. Marks has been patient, repeatedly telling reporters that this is a long-term project and SVG needs time to develop. This pole position suggests his faith is being rewarded sooner than expected. The qualifying showed why SVG is so good. His lap was perfect, his pit road entry was smooth but fast, and his pit crew was lightning quick. This great teamwork shows why Marks wanted SVG to join Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez at Trackhouse Racing. The number 88 team has been working overtime in practice, perfecting their pit stops and strategy for this unique qualifying format. This pole position is extra important because SVG has been struggling so much on ovals. His best finish on an oval this year is only 20th place. That's a big change for a driver who dominated in Australia with 3 championships and 78 wins. NASCAR has been a tough challenge for him, but that's exactly why people respect SVG. He gave up being a star in Australia to test himself in NASCAR. Being willing to try something hard, even if you might fail, has earned him lots of fans. He could have stayed comfortable as a big fish in a smaller pond, but instead chose to challenge himself on the world stage. The All-Star Weekend makes SVG's story even more exciting. He's not guaranteed a spot in the $1 million All-Star race. He has to finish first or second in the Open or win the fan vote. This pole position gives him a much better chance to race his way in. It's pretty amazing that 2 drivers from New Zealand, a country with only 5 million people, are both making headlines in American racing on the same weekend. While McLaughlin has had more success in IndyCar, even getting pole position for last year's Indianapolis 500, both drivers are showing that New Zealand racers can compete with the best in the world. As SVG gets ready to lead the field to the green flag on Sunday, everyone in NASCAR will be watching to see if this qualifying success leads to a good race. One thing is for sure, he's learning oval racing quickly, and drivers who thought he was just a road course driver might need to think again. Sunday's race will be the next chapter in SVG's NASCAR story. Whether he can turn this pole position into a spot in the All-Star race is still unknown, but one thing is clear: Shane von Gisbergen just made a big statement at North Wilkesboro Speedway. If you're fired up about SVG's rise in NASCAR, don't miss a second of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe for more racing updates, and drop a comment. Can Shane van Gisbergen race his way into the All-Star main event? Let us know below.